everyone. This is Nancy Rebecca. I am a clairvoyant psychic. I'm also a registered nurse, and I'm also a healer and teacher of intuitive and psychic development. I've been running a series that I call The Dynamics of the Human Energy Field, and this week is another part of those series. And this week I'm actually talking about the third chakra. So I've already talked about the first chakra, I've talked about the second chakra, and now this week my focus is on the third chakra, which is also known as your Solar Plexus chakra, and also can be referred to as your gut instinct. Now, about 25 years ago, I had a spontaneous out-of-body experience. I was a registered nurse working at that time in ICU, and then I spent about 8 years as a hospice nurse, had the out-of-body experience, and then I had what I kind of call suddenly sighted, meaning that I could see energy fields. And I didn't know that I was a spirit, didn't know I was an energy field, didn't know what an aura was or a chakra was. So in that 25 years, I thought, if I can see it, I might as well study it. And so today I'm going to talk to you about what I've learned about the third chakra. Now, in this series, we happen to be right in the middle of a pandemic spread of the coronavirus all over the world. And there, in no way am I making light of that at all. It is a terrifying experience for many people. I am seeing some differences in the energy field since the spread of the coronavirus, and I will talk about that more in another video. But what I want to address here first is what I'm noticing in the third chakra. So our third chakra is our spiritual library. If you've watched my other videos, I kind of talk about the chakras as a spiritual library. Your spirit comes down, gathers the information to assist you in whatever chakra that is. So in this chakra, the type of information that your spirit accesses on your best behalf is things like, how do you have enough power and energy to accomplish what you need to accomplish right now? Like, how do we have enough power to get through and kind of push through this crisis that we're in, or problem solve, using the energy to help us problem solve and to navigate, and use our creative energy from our second chakra and then boosting it in the third chakra to help us kind of take action, or just to even be still. I mean, I think that's probably one of the biggest issues people are experiencing right now, is just how to sit quietly in the stillness of our power center, in the stillness of our own energy. So our spirit accesses information about working with power. It also accesses information about boundaries, so that we can recognize when a boundary's been crossed and we can set the boundary, or we just have a strong energy field that says, don't mess with me, don't cross this boundary. And it also helps us to recognize other people's boundaries, because sometimes we don't know that somebody's put a boundary out there and that they feel like we've crossed it, because we don't know. We've got blocks in our third chakra to knowing that. And so it helps with boundaries. It also helps us to, it's a self-esteem chakra, feeling confident, feeling secure, when it's strong and it's bold and it's vibrant. But its biggest job and its biggest purpose is that when infused with our own soul's light, it helps us to illuminate and radiate our own soul's light throughout all aspects of our life and everything we do, from being in a relationship or working or doing the things that we love to creatively do. So this third chakra it's a powerhouse. That's the bottom line. It's a powerhouse. So our third chakra is located between our navel and our diaphragm area. And most of the times, it's pretty easy to know when you are having problems with your third chakra because you're going to have a lot of stomach issues. You can have stomach cramping. Now, I'm talking about the stomach above the navel. You can definitely have cramping below the navel, but that's in the second chakra. So you can have stomach problems, digestive issues, acid indigestion. You can have imbalances in the flow of your energy of your liver and your gallbladder, pancreas, spleen. Lots of different body organs are really attached and connected to this power center. So if you're having problems in those areas, that yes, there can be an imbalance or a block in the third chakra. Now, in the first two videos I talked about in the root chakra and the second chakra, that what the size of the chakra does and how it kind of determines behavior in your energy field, and then that in turn influences how you feel physically. But the third chakra is a little different. So right now, I'm going to ask you to just place both of your hands, because I'm going to ask you a question right after this. So just put your hands over your solar plexus and just close your eyes. And ask yourself, how open is my third chakra from 0 to 100%? How open is my third chakra? And go with the very first number that you get. Okay. So this chakra, when I said it's being very impacted by the fear level that's in the earth right now, it's impacted because when our third chakra is open, we feel empowered. When it's open, we feel hopeful. When it's open, we feel dynamic and we feel like we can accomplish and move through and problem solve things, and we can rise to the challenge. But it needs to be at least 40% open or higher for you to start getting those feelings of hope. With the current pandemic that's going on, many people in the world are feeling hopeless, despair, fear, a lot of worry and concern. Maybe you're doing okay, but you're concerned about family and friends, or maybe you're doing okay, but maybe your heart's really going out and you're worrying for the first responders that are working with the patients in the hospital, or maybe people who are the elders at home that maybe can't get groceries. So when you worry, the third chakra really closes down. So the more it closes down, the less power and the less energy you have. So even if you're worried, if you're in despair, you can just set your intention to open up that third chakra. I kind of call it kind of powering up, allowing your soul's light to illuminate. You can still have care and concern for others, and yet you're not dropping into a low vibration yourself, because we really need people like you and I to keep our energy up and keep our immune system up so that we don't get sick, so that we can be available to take action and use our divine power in the ways that we desire to. Okay, so if your third chakra was less than 40-50%, then go ahead and set your intention to open it up to at least 40 or 50%. I don't encourage or suggest that you I'm going to open it 100%, because when you pull in that much light, if you have a lot of blocked energy in there, some of the kind of byproduct or side effect is you can feel a little sick to your stomach a few hours later, because you brought in too much light too fast, and it started rapidly moving those blocks of energy out, and it was too much for your body to handle. So like with all the techniques and the ways that I teach about the human energy field, I ask that you just start off really gently, gently with each chakra as you're making these adjustments so that your body has time to catch up with the changes. So, how do you know you have a healthy third chakra? You're going to have a lot of energy. You're going to feel pretty good. Are you going to have down days? Sure. Are you going to get upset? Sure. Are you going to have worry and anxiety and maybe a panic attack? Sure. Can you resolve it? When you have a healthy chakra, you can resolve it pretty quickly. You can put on your favorite song, you can dance around, and you can shift it. If the chakra is not healthy, or if it's really closed down and you can't get it opened up, you don't have much energy. You're not able to kind of just snap out of it. You get out of bed and you're trying to like put mind over matter, but you just can't get your energy level up. So I'm just sharing this with you so that you can maybe add this working with your energy field as a little extra tip to say, why don't I try opening up my third chakra before I get out of bed this morning? Or if you're feeling like, okay, that the news is getting pretty heavy for me right now, just think, okay, I can still listen to the news, but let me keep my third chakra open. Now, our power center, we draw energy from our entire energy field. So again, if your energy field's depleted, your third chakra can be depleted. And I've talked before about the ways to keep our energy field vibrant and vital is sleeping well, staying hydrated, eating well, and exercising. And that's the same for the body. It's the same for the energy field. But the difference with the energy field, well, and the body is I'd like to add meditation to your list. I want you to start considering meditating more often. There's a lot of different meditations out there that you can listen to on YouTube, or people have them on their website. I know even on my own website at intuitivemind.org, you can download an MP3. I've got several free meditations there. So there's a lot of free ones that you can try to see what's going to work for you. Now, we draw energy from our energy field, and we also draw energy from our own spirit and from the God of our heart, from the Creator. But I would say that a majority of the people on Earth, the majority of our population, has learned through family patterns, has learned through social patterns over hundreds and thousands of years, that to resource ourselves by using other people's energy. So we all know, we've been around people when we've had a rough day or we've been feeling low for several days, and it's like, I'm going to call up that friend that can really make me laugh. And all of a sudden we feel better. We've been resourced by that abundance of energy that they have. Just being around them has given us a boost. Or have people told you, wow, whenever I'm around you, I always feel better, because they've resourced themselves by being around you from your energy. And those can be pretty normal, kind of healthy responses. I'm not going to get into it too much, but we can have energy cords where someone plugs in their energy cord into our third chakra. That's a little more invasive. That means that, I always say it's kind of like the going to the gas station and you take the hose and put it in the car and you fill up your tank. Well, it's kind of like them tapping into your third chakra and filling up their tank, because they're not resourcing themselves from they're not taking care of themselves. They are not meditating, they're not exercising, they're not eating right, maybe they're staying up and playing video games or watching TV all night. And so it's like, no problem, they'll just plug into you and resource themselves. So of course that's not a very healthy way. There really isn't any healthy exchange of energy cords on the third chakra. Other chakras, maybe like talking on the phone, the fifth chakra will connect up with the cord and then we'll disconnect when the call's done. But the third chakra, no one really has any business having an energy cord in your third chakra. And then we've heard the terms psychic vampire, or, where, it's kind of like that. They plug in their cord and they really draw upon your energy. And so there are some, yes, you just feel wiped out, you feel depleted. Those are extreme, rare cases. Doesn't happen a lot, but it happens. And we are guilty of it too. I mean, if you really look at your life, at times have you taken energy from others? So you want to take a look at those things because there's always some sort of learning exchange there. All right, let's see. What else do I want to say about the third chakra? Self-esteem. So depression. When someone's depressed, I usually see this chakra almost closed or maybe just open 10%, not even hardly 20%. You just have low energy. And so as a healer, one of the very first things I do is I help someone ground, and then I help them really kind of clear out any kind of cloudy, heavy, dense depression out of that third chakra, and then help really boost it with their own spiritual energy, and then they feel better. It doesn't mean that they are suddenly cleared, but they can at least see the light at the end of the tunnel, or they can have some hope to say, wow, I'm feeling lighter, I'm feeling a little more clarity. And so then they know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And so they may want to incorporate regular healing treatments in with maybe you're on antidepressants or you're in therapy. So you just want to add energy healing to give you that extra boost to help you resolve whatever the underlying issues are that are causing the depression. But let me go back to how we resource with energy. So I've already talked about how we can draw upon others' energy or other people draw upon our energy. Some people resource themselves through their own body energy. So they exercise a lot. And I'm not talking about normal exercise. I'm not talking about 3 days a week or 5 days a week or even every day 1 to 2 hours. That can still be pretty reasonable. I'm talking about people who maybe are running long distances every day, or then the gym and weightlifting, and that they have to. It's different than training for a competition. I'm not talking about that. But we all know those people who can't stop exercising, and it's because they exercise to boost the energy, to boost their solar plexus chakra. So there's actually an energetic reason for it. And so, so that's another source from your own physical body. So you need to exercise a lot to boost your third chakra, other people's energy. But the most ideal way to resource yourself is from your own spirit. And the best way to learn how to do that is through meditation and connecting to your higher self and grounding and allowing your own soul's light to move right down through the top of your head, going all the way down into the solar plexus, and just imagining it just filling up until you know that it's full and it's complete. And then allow it to expand and expand brighter and brighter. It's called the solar plexus because solar of the sun, the bright sun. So when you fill your own solar plexus with your own divine light, it's like you are like this bright sun, and you just expand it brighter and brighter and brighter until your field is just illuminated. And then you have more energy and things kind of fall into place for you. Things are more effortless. When the third chakra's closed down, you need a lot of effort. Like, oh my God, just standing up, getting up off the couch feels like it's such hard work. That can be a strong indicator that the third chakra is not powered up enough. So I hope that you've learned a little bit more about the third chakra. Please read more on my blog about the third chakra. And if you'd like to know more about meditation, like I said, explore all kinds of meditations, because if one doesn't work for you, that doesn't mean meditation isn't for you. It just means you haven't found the style that works for you. Like I said, I've got a couple of meditations you can download on my website at intuitivemind.org. And then we have a year-long work at your own pace program called the Home Study Program. It's a virtual program that you do online. And so if you want to go a little deeper and learning more about your own human energy field, that's a great program for you to work at your own pace. And you have support along the way as well. All right, thanks everyone. Next week's topic will be on the heart chakra. I'll be quite curious to see what's going on with the heart chakra during this time with the coronavirus and all the changes that our energy field's going through. So I'll see you next week on the heart chakra. Thanks everyone.